I'm once again consumed by K-dramas. So here's 3 that had me absolutely hooked, and 3 that honestly you'd have to pay me to finish. What's Wrong with Secretary Kim? The chemistry between these two is sizzling. I laughed, I cried. The subplot was absolutely insane. I had no idea where it was going. And it had one of the most beautiful endings I think I've ever seen. I was sobbing. And next up is Business Proposal. Yes, I know there's a theme. I love a cold CEO and a quirky employee. And let me tell you, at like 2 a.m., I was laying in bed, holding my tummy, tears coming out of my eyes, busting an absolute gut, because this show is one of the funniest I have ever seen. The things that this woman, along with her best friend, get into are honestly my favorite part of the show. Now, this little program right here is what makes me believe in the telenovela to K-drama pipeline. Because the 2 evil characters eat up absolutely every scene that they're in. It is over the top, campy, it's amazing. And let me tell you, this show starts off running. It has you hooked from the first episode. Now let's talk about the shows that felt like visual punishment. Alright, Dynamite Kiss, I'll give it to you. The first 2 episodes were interesting. They're a little different. But after that, it just takes a right turn off a cliff. So boring. And I had turned it off after like the 4th episode. I was like, this is a waste of time. The male lead of Touch My Heart was so boring that every time he was on the screen, I kept thinking his hair was a wig. Like every time he opened his mouth to talk, I was just like, wiggity, wiggity, wig, that's a wig. And Miss Ma'am over here was just carrying the show on her shoulders because the rest of them were giving us absolutely nothing. And I know this is a hot take, but this is the first time a show has made me feel dumb. And honestly, I'm not ashamed to say this, but about 90% of the time that I was watching Alchemy of Souls, I was just confused. Half the time I couldn't figure out if they were talking about people or places, and they kept moving around. And fantasy adventure is one of my favorite genres, so this should have been perfect for me. So what are your favorite K-dramas? Because it's what's getting me through right now.